welcome everybody to let's see, 2 years ago there was a little what was it called, Charity Palooza event and a milestone to play The One Ring. It is now 2 years later and we are finally able to play The One Ring. And unfortunately Hal, who was supposed to join us, was unable to join due to some technical time issues, but that is a-okay. We are going to still play, and we still have Anime Hero and Ixlin. And I figured what would be a fun question to start off, like to introduce yourself, is what, I'm trying to think, because I feel like what would be your first Lord of the Rings experience? Maybe, yeah, first Lord of the Rings experience or favorite part of either the movie or the book. What's your favorite installment?
Gosh.
It all blends together for me.
Mhm.
I got into it around college, and that was when the Smog movie was coming out.
Okay.
But my friends wanted to binge the entire series in preparation. So to me, all of those movies are just one mega movie in my mind.
I could see that. I still want to watch the Lord of the Rings the director's cut eventually. I have them. I just haven't sat down and been like, I'm gonna watch 4 hours of movie.
Yeah, it's very long.
How about you, Anime?
I was gonna say I read the books first, actually, when I was younger, as for a book report, and
Nerd. No.
I'll be honest, that was the time when I didn't really like reading, so I got real bored, honestly, and I didn't actually go back to the movie until I eventually saw, when I was older, someone showed me a clip of like the counting thing of like 15, 16, like them killing everything.
Yes.
Counting. I thought, oh, that's funny. So I watched it again and I gave it another chance. And I watched. I can't remember if I watched all the movie, but I probably did. It's one of those things where it's like I know I watched the movie, but it was so long ago I can't tell you anything about it.
Yeah, I remember watching the first one at home, and like this was like when I was allowed to, like, because like very sheltered Christian household, where it was like, okay, we can allow you to start exploring beyond VeggieTales. But it was like, I was watching Lord of the Rings. I remember all my friends in there, and I'm just like, oh man, this is fun. And then I think it's Galadriel in the first Lord of the Rings where she like turns blue and starts like screaming at Frodo, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but that freaked me out. So I do remember that. But yes, I do enjoy Lord of the Rings. But I think the best book is The Adventures of Tom Bombadil. It is a collection of poems. And Tom Bombadil is one of my favorite characters in the whole series. Because I watched the movies first and then read the books later on audiobook with Andy Serkis voicing it, who is the voice of Sméagol and Gollum. And that book is real fun until you have Gollum like smoker coughing in your ears, and you're like, ugh, why do they hang out with them?
Yeah, it's like nice, calm, relaxing. Oh god.
Yeah, it's all like, and then Frodo and Sam the Wise went past the Shire, and then it's like, I'm like, ah, what are you doing?
Fall asleep listening to that on an airplane, suddenly wake up in a cold sweat.
Yeah, but that's why I wanted to listen to it anyway, because I knew that he was doing it, and it was a very good audiobook. So if you want to listen to him on audiobook, suggest taking a look at the Andy Serkis ones. I think he even did The Hobbit as well. Yeah, I read The Hobbit when I was younger, and then I think I tried Lord of the Rings, or I don't remember if I ever tried Lord of the Rings. I was more of a sci-fi reader when I was younger. But anyway, today we are trying The One Ring produced by Free League. Maybe by Free League. I don't know. There's other stuff. But there is a 5e version and the second edition, which we are playing the second edition of The One Ring, not the 5e version. So this Monday we were running through character creation, just so that way I made sure I understood it, and I felt like I did. It seemed pretty simple, and I can't wait to get it wrong while doing it here. As I open it up to my book. And so, just for people who are watching this now or on YouTube later, Session 0, we're pretty much doing a Session 0. We're going to do character creation, because character creation is like really cool in this system. And then we're going to do at least two episode play, and if it goes longer, then we'll deal with that when it comes to it. But we're at least committing to two game sessions now, unless you guys just keep RPing and like kill Frodo and take the ring.
We can do that? Oh, okay, perfect.
You can.
I don't know anything about Harry Potter, but there was this podcast I was listening to that I don't even remember the name of now, but they were playing a one-page Harry Potter thing, and they apparently beat up Harry and took his unicorn wand or whatever it was. I don't know anything about Harry Potter, but everyone's like, you just killed him in the game, in the actual series, because he needs that wand to do something. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But there was a lot of people upset that this is before everyone didn't like JR. How would you say her name?
Yeah.
But yes, we're going to be doing character creation, and bring this up because I think yeah. So I figured let's set a little bit of ambiance here. Why am I getting notifications? Leave me alone, notifications. So we are somewhere in a forest. It's nighttime. I don't actually know where on this map that we're looking at in Roll20 that we would be, but we are sitting around a campfire. We see, well, where the camera is pointed, we see the backs of two shadows. On the other side, we see a dwarf who will be Hal's character when he shows up. But and makes him. But they're all sitting around the fire, maybe cooking what they just hunted. And then the camera turns, and we are going to see these other two shadows around the campfire. And I'm going to kill the campfire noise because that will bother me. And so I'm going to just open up a character sheet as well, just to show everyone at home what we're doing here. Make sure I can get this nice and big. Boop. Alrighty. So, to start off, we need to choose your culture. So, we have 6 options here in the core book. I think there's more in the book behind me, but we're just going to stick with the core for right now. There are Bardlings, Dwarves of Durinfolk, Elves of Linden, Hobbits of the Shire, Men of Bree, and Rangers of the North. And so I figure what we can do is we'll do one of you guys, and we can go through and we'll get to the like calculation part and let you guys do the whoever first finish the calculations, and we'll go back and kind of go through the others. So do you guys want to roll off to see who goes first, or do you guys want to just let the other go? It's up to you.
Yeah, how confident are you? How confident are you in your character? You know what you want?
Sure, yeah.
You got it. You got it. Okay.
All right. All right, excellent. What culture are you going with?
I'll take Ranger.
Ranger. Let's boost the volume a little bit. All right, so Ranger. On page 42 that I don't actually have showing on here. We were going through all that on the stream, so you have to do that. So, Rangers. Yeah, so I guess the quick little synopsis that it gives here is that Rangers of the North are secret people, secretly diminished in number with the passing of 1,000 years. They wander in disguise among the ruins of what that was once their kingdom of Anor, tirelessly patrolling its many paths and roads. While the years have lengthened, and the task of Rangers have always been the same, to keep the folk of Arendor free from care and fear. They labor secretly, keeping to themselves, and rarely giving their names to travelers they save or to the folks whose farms they guard at night. When evil things come out, well, that was a weird comma that I missed. When evil things come out of dark places, from dark places. So, oh, by the way, I didn't tell you guys this, I forgot to mention it, but pretty much what I was imagining of the time period that this game is taking place is between the events of The Hobbit, like shortly after they regain the mountain that I am completely blanking on the name of. So it's taking place between The Hobbit and the events of Fellowship of the Ring, but closer to the tail end of The Hobbit. So it's like they just had the huge battle. Maybe it'll be like 5 to 10 years after that, and so because I believe there's like 50 years between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
There's a time swing, yeah.
Yeah. So it's between 5 to 10 years, and yeah, so that kind of where mentally I'm placing this. So, all right. So we have to record your cultural blessing. Each culture has its own, blessing there, and I can't find it. There it is. Your cultural blessing is Kings of Men. Some say that the lordship of the folk of Anor is a thing of the past, yet the Rangers of the North have inherited the sinews of those men who wrested the ring from the burning hands of Sauron. And so later you get to add one point to an attribute of your choice. Right?
All right.
Oh, wait, there's 2 here.
I can choose.
Isn't the Alliance of Durin? I don't know. Wait, do they all have 2?
I don't
No.
think so. Only one of them's listed as.
Yeah, you have an Alliance of the Dundane. I'm probably mispronouncing that. You're devoted to fighting Saruman and his minions and ancient traditions of war and strife. This obligation makes it harder for them to put their spirit at ease even when enjoying respite. Okay. So during the fellowship phase, not Yule, you recover a maximum Number of hope equal to half of your heart score, rounding fractions up. I guess you get both. That doesn't seem like a blessing. Maybe that's a flaw?
Yeah. Sounds more like a flaw.
Yeah, because there's a halfling flaw. The men of breed don't have one. Yeah.
The elves do.
Yeah, the elves do. Halflings do. The dwarves do. Yeah, so I guess it's just humans that, because both the human things don't. Oh, I bet because they both the humans start off prosperous. Maybe. Maybe elves also. Oh no, dwarves start off prosperous. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did they just have not as? I don't know what the trade-off is.
Yeah. Not sure either. Seems like humans getting away with it.
Well, they are the new race, or the new culture in the world.
I don't know about that. Seems like a little bit of racism to me.
And I'm trying to see if like, what's the difference? And like, I didn't notice that when I was doing character creation, but I'm like, oh, alright. Well, we have that.
Well, get screwed, you know.
All right, and then standard of living is frugal, so you can write that in there. All right. So now we get to determine your attributes. So something that's neat about this is they have a table that you can either roll on or choose. I'm game for whichever one, if you want to roll it or if there's one that's really calling out to you.
I feel like I would take row 2.
2? All right. And so with that, you are going to minus those scores from 20 and put them in the box on the character sheet that says TN next to it under strength, heart, and wits. So 7 minus 20 is 13. I think I'm doing that right. Actually, can I just bring up your character sheet and watch?
I've been discreetly not using it too much because my keyboard is really loud.
Oh, it's all good.
Go for it.
Hedame, are you sure about that? You know what my keyboard's like.
Go for it.
No, that's plus on derived stats.
See, and I'll bring up this as well, so that way. I don't know why it doesn't want me to make the things big. Come on. Oh well. All right.
Okay, now which square on these?
So the TN, yeah, so that will be where you fill that in. So you will be minus those numbers from 20. So it'll be 20 minus 7.
Is that from the table right under?
No, that's a different. Those are different ones. So this is pretty much your target number that I believe you have to roll over. So if you're gonna do a strength, hey Starheart, what's up? So if you're gonna be doing a strength roll, you have to beat 13. If you're doing a heart roll, you have to beat a 16, and a wits roll, you have to beat a 17. And then there's other bonuses you can do with that. And then calculate your derived stats. So that's the next thing, which it's the box above where it says current endurance, hope, and parry. It's the one that says endurance, hope, and parry. You are going to add 20 to the 13, 6 to the 16, and then 14 to the 17.
Like this? What is this? Then that's 27?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Wait, 20... no, that should be more. 13
plus 20?
Strength. Yeah, so your strength is 13, so plus 20 would be 33. Yeah, and then 16. Yeah, this is the most math you have to do. This is why I wanted to run through it, because I'm like, this is a little bit different from normal character creation. So then it's 14 plus 17, which...
That seems really high.
Yes. This is why we have calculators.
Okay.
So I'll double check. I was like, that seems like a big number. Calculator. 15 plus...
But it says calculate it based on your chosen attribute ratings.
31. Should be 31. So the chosen attribute ratings?
They're just reading the line beneath the header derived stats.
Oh, yeah, because you chose the attributes, and so they would all have different things, because you pretty much start off at 20, and then you subtract whatever attribute line you did to get your target number, and then you add these to get your endurance, your hope, and your parry, which are kind of their own pools as we go on. Like, if we're going to be doing the traveling stuff, like endurance would fall into that. Hope will come into like different things, and then parries. Yeah. So there's that. High math. Yes, there's high math and character creation. Yeah. So, and then there were.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. So while that's going on, we'll let you fill in the your skill and combat proficiencies, which are kind of on that second page that you should have under skills.
Where should that allegiance of the Dudane go?
I think that should probably go.
Is that a weakness, or is that something else?
Weakness is something else, which we will be getting into in a second. But I think that would go under flaw. That's the only place I could really see it going. So, and then when you're done that, you can do your skills and combat, fill in that, and then the fun thing is choose your distinctive features. So, yeah. So with that, let's go to anime. Your character sheet up here. There we go. So, Oh, you got to play and run a 2E session. So is it roll under your target number or roll over? I have to refresh on the rules. But that's pretty neat. Okay, so Anime, what race or what culture are you?
The elves.
The elves of Lindenberry. All right. I'll read their little blurb right here. The fair folk of Arendor have dealt in the Westlands since before. Well, I have no lights and it's hard to read. Before the drowning of the Baron, I don't know how to pronounce that. They were all members of the Firstborn, displaying wisdom beyond the reach of men. They rarely leave their sanctuaries in the Grey Havens, for these are their fading years. More and more leave Middle Earth, sailing west on the Grey ships, never to return. Those who remain live mostly among the western coasts, where once were found great kingdoms of their kindreds. Wandering elves can at times be encountered on the road leading to the east in spring and autumn, when their companies leave the lands beyond the Tower Hills. So, you have a cultural blessing and I believe a flaw here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the only time you roll under is when you're assisting somebody. So that's what I thought. You're going to be rolling over things. So your cultural blessing is elven skill. What do elven eyes see? By virtue of their birthright, elves are capable of reaching levels of finesse unattainable by mortals. If you're not miserable, you can spend 1 point of hope to achieve a magical success on a skill roll. So, that's fun.
Yeah.
Be funny if you have like a terrible hope score.
Jesus Christ, that's not what I'm going for.
And the long defeat. The elves find it hard to forget the taint of the shadow once it has left its mark on their spirit. When it's time to remove accumulated shadow during the fellowship phase, you can only remove maximum of 1 point. So
Jeez.
we'll roll into that when we get there. And your standard of living is frugal. Oh, you guys are a little frugal lads.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Oh, Hal, who told me he's playing a dwarf, is going to be very prosperous. So he's the one paying for this whole thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh, do we have one person who's rich? Yeah, we're good.
All right. So you gonna roll or choose your attributes?
I'll roll for it.
All right.
That's 4, so I'm going from the top down, so it's that one with 4, 4, 6.
Yep.
Yep. So that one, it's what was it? Minus from 20?
Yeah, mine's from 20. So you 16, 16, and 14. It's a little bit easy. You had easy math.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nina had to choose the difficult math. All right. Yep. And then your endurance is going to be 20 plus 16.
So that means 36.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
8 plus 16.
That's 24.
Yeah. I was like, what is that? And then your will is 12 plus 14.
So 26. Oh my gosh. Get it. There we go.
6. There we go.
All right.
Cool. All right. And then, we'll go back to Lena, and you can fill in your skills and your combat proficiencies. Who's me? So, bring back. Shaboom. There we go. Okay, cool. And you clicked your proficient or your favored. You only have one. I thought. Didn't you have 2 favored? Oh, lore should also be favored. Oh, you didn't click, unless it just didn't sync with me, the lore for your
Says-
skills.
Choose one skill among the two
Oh,
underlined.
one. I was choosing both. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I didn't.
Can I have both?
No. And that's. Yeah, I was just clicking all the things. Yeah. And choose one skill. Oh, look at that. So. Okay, so you're a hunter. You're playing me. You're playing an elf. Glenn is playing an elf and a dwarf and a halfling. Oh. You have your own little fellowship. In there, Starheart. Oh my goodness, you guys have made Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli.
Yeah. Yeah. What? I thought this was pretty obvious what we're trying to do here.
I didn't put it together until I'm just sitting there like read Starheart's party makeup, and I looked down. I was like, wait a second. Alrighty. So, what? Yeah. So then, what are your distinctive features? Shows.
I want to roll for those. That'd be
All
funny.
right. Yes.
Oh Jesus.
Roll 20. Rude. Okay, 5 and 3.
5 and 3. So let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Subtle and secretive. Oh, I'm edgy.
Oh no.
Like, it already said that I was secret in the description blurb at the top. Oh, I'm edgy.
Like, no, Mom, it's not a phase. All right, and then how old? What is your name, and how old do you think your character is?
Am I allowed to keep Harm's dwarven shorts?
Yep, that doesn't bother me.
We're going with that. Age. Oh man, they have triple the lifespan of men of Middle Earth. I could be old. Let's see. If I'm 100, am I squarely middle aged for a ranger?
I guess I don't know. This is where I'm. If chat knows actual lore answers to this, we would much appreciate it. I'm just seeing. I guess so, because
I'm going just that little red line on the bottom left corner of the page.
yeah, thrice of Whitman, Middle Earth. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
I don't even know how old Aragorn is. All right. So we have that. And then, how about you, Anime? Do you have your distinctive features?
Not yet, but I could roll for it.
Oh, good. Did you finish filling out your thing? So here, we'll real quick. Okay, so you did spears and brawling. 50 to 100 years is typical starting adventure age. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Starheart. And so, I'm trying to think, was there spear users in Lord of the Rings? Like, I don't know. It's been such a long time. But I don't know. I still think spears are really cool weapons. So spears and brawling. Oh man, we're gonna have to go to a pub. Okay. Keep flipping to the wrong pages. I look down to look at information for rangers. Yes, and then did you add, Lena? Did you add your one extra attribute point?
Yes, I picked wits.
Wits. Alrighty.
Nice.
Sounds good. I did that wrong in character creation because I wasn't reading. Alrighty. So then, Anime, how about you?
I'm looking.
You got let's see. You went with bows. Oh, and brawling. We got a bunch of drunkards here.
Sorry, daggers under brawling. It's not my fault they put it under brawling. I was fine to take swords.
Okay, and you got lore. Let's see. Was lore or song? You didn't want to sing for us?
No, because I was thinking it's like, if I do that, I'm going to be so annoying. I can't do it. I can't do it for a long time, I'm sure. I still might. It's not my favorite thing to do.
I'm more of a spoken word poetry.
Yeah. I'm going to sing in rhymes to people as I'm beating them senseless.
Alrighty. So did you figure out your distinctive features?
Yes, I got subtle and lordly
Okay.
on my dice roll.
Oh, we're both subtle,
That's why I was getting confused, because I realized I was looking at the elves thing for distinctive features when Lena rolled hers, and I'm like, I'm not seeing what, but I'm like, whatever. All right. Legolas is over 2,000 years old. Aragorn is 87. Gandalf is over 5,000. He's over 5,000. Gimli's 139. Bilbo, he's like 100 or 200 years old, I think, right?
Yeah, he's not that old. Comparative.
Yeah.
Practically baby.
But like he's like that old, but I think he like looks like he's 50 years old, like in in Hobbit years, because of the ring, and because Frodo was so close, he just always looks like a baby. But yeah. So we got that. Oh, what is your name and age?
I did not decide on an age
That's fine.
So yeah, but Loki Moonshadow is his name.
Moonshadow. Alrighty. So now we are doing the call to adventure, where we pretty much, this is your callings, which is close to class. We can switch it up. Anime, do you have an idea of what calling you would like to be?
No, I don't know yet.
Alright.
I'm looking into it right now.
Well, how about you, Lena? Do you have an idea? If not, I can just read through them all for people watching as you guys read through it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick messenger.
Messenger? Alrighty.
Yes.
So, messenger. Yeah, my brain just went. So, let me bring up arms. Pippin is the baby of the Fellowship at 29 years old. He's also like him and Mary are the tall boys, because they drink from the Ent juice or whatever it's called. All right, so yeah, you're gonna choose from your calling. Real quick, we have Captain, Champion, Messenger, Scholar, Treasure Hunter, and Warden. And so we are doing Messenger. The real brief little blurb it has here: the wise hold that evil days lie ahead, and that to keep hope, all those who fight the enemy must be as one. Yet many miles and centuries of isolation separate the free people, and estranglements. I can't read. Estranglements breeds mistrust. There we go. You've decided it is your duty to travel to distant lands carrying tidings and warnings, and warning people of the coming danger. All right, so you get to choose 2 of the following skills. Which ones did you choose?
Courtesy and travel.
Alrighty. And real quick, favored, we learned this is, and feel free to correct me if I misspeak, but it is allows you to roll twice and take the better. So I believe I remember that correctly. So like on those skills you can roll twice. And then you have an additional distinctive feature, folklore, which pretty much allows you to pretty much, I feel like it's a society check from Pathfinder, where it's like you get to know like the common day legends, traditions, beliefs, and stories of that compose of the free people. But you don't have to roll on that. You just get it. And then the Shadow Path, that is what's supposed to go in the weakness tab. Yeah, so that is Wandering Madness. Yeah, so pretty much, excuse me, the weakness on the actual character sheet is supposed to be Shadow Path, but for some reason, this on Roll20 just didn't get updated, so, yeah, so that pretty much Wandering Madness is traveling afar might be a duty chosen by the messenger, but it carries a risk of never finding a place to fight for. The road goes on and on, it is true. But whither then? I don't know if I finished reading that correctly. But yes, so we have that. Okay, and then before we do animes, we'll let you spend your experience points. Which pretty much you get 10 experience points. On page, I know it's on one of these pages, gotta find it, just that kind of helps you. There it is. 46 of the book. It kind of tells you the cost. And so skills, if you're just putting 1 point in there, from 0 cost 1, from 1 to 2 it costs 2 points, from 3 to 4 costs 3 points. Oh, sorry, from 2 to 3 costs 3 points, and from 3 to 4 costs 5. And then combat proficiencies, from 0 to 1 costs 2, from 1 to 2 is 4, and 2 to 3 is 6 points. So you have 10 points, and yeah, we'll let you fill that in as we go to Loki. What calling are you feeling for Loki?
I'm gonna go with Treasure Hunter.
Alrighty. So, the world has seen the passing of glory and many dwarven kings and elven lords, and their heritage is now buried in orc-infested dungeons. Hordes of stolen gold and jewels, guarded by fell beasts, beckon all who dare to find them. You seek to recover what is lost, even when braving unspeakable dangers. All right, so you have a couple favorite skills to choose from. What 2 did you choose?
I went with Scan and Stealth.
Alrighty. And then you have an additional distinctive feature. They all do, but of burglar.
Yep.
Which pretty much allows you to pickpocket and lock picks. That's not what that means. And possess, yeah, and get a hold of different possessions. But your shadow path is dragon sickness. Adventurers who find themselves on the road seek lost riches, run the risk of catching the age-old disease capable of turning a pile of enchanted gold into bitter ashes. As the shadow tightens its grip on its hearts, the world shrinks around them or close the guarded possessions. The age confirmed for Bilbo is that he is 25 at the start of The Hobbit, though Gandalf in the Silmarillion says Bilbo lied about his age and claims that Bilbo is 18 at the time of The Hobbit. What a dang liar.
Wow.
Alrighty. Are you keeping track of what you put your points in down there?
Yes.
Alrighty. So, you have that, and then you can put in your points.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 10. And then we'll have the fun of choosing our starting gear. Yes, so right now everyone's in there, and while you guys are doing that, everybody that's just watching either here or on YouTube later, we will be pretty much doing 2 sessions, at least 2 sessions unless the story goes longer, of the One Ring. We also have Hal that was supposed to be here, but unfortunately he got held up at work or something, so he should be here for the first session when we play. So we will make his character off stream and have it in there, but he did say that he's going to be a dwarf. So if I guess, Lena, if you're done putting in your, did you finish your experience?
Yes.
Okay, what did you put your experience in?
So I got courtesy from 0 to 1, spears from 2 to 3, travel from 2 to 3, and insight from 0 to 1.
Okay, yep. Sounds good. All right, so we can start do starting gear for you while Anime finishes, unless Anime finished yours.
I think I'm done.
Okay, then we can do starting gear together. What did you put yours in?
I put 1 in explore, 1 in scan, 2 in persuade, 2 in riddle, and then 1 in brawling, or to make it 2. I think that's everything.
So yeah, from 1 to 2 is 4 points. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trusting you guys. We can't do the math right now. All right. So war gear. Yes. So pretty much, all heroes start their adventure fully equipped with their personal items and gear they consider best suited to life on the road. In the game, such possessions are represented by an adventurer's war gear, traveling gear, and useful items. So, war gear is first here. So, pretty much before the game starts, which is what we're doing now, players get to choose weapons and armor they want their characters to carry using the war gear list found in the overleaf. Okay, more details on the gear section on 73. But yeah, if you just turn the page on there, there's pretty much all the gear and information that we have. Okay, and then starting heroes can choose 1 weapon for each combat proficiency for which they have a rating, and their favorite selection of armor, helms, or shields. And then the player should record chosen weapons, armor, and shields in the character sheet, paying attention to the following notes. Protection score, which I think the protection score does it automatically when you put it in there, from what I saw. So yeah. What weapons are sticking out to y'all? So Looking at this, I guess from what I'm reading there, the one weapon for each combat proficiency. Where did Zoom go? Oh. I disconnected. I'm back.
Oh, hello.
Hello. I was like, where did everyone go? I'm like, did I hit something?
The music cut out, and I was like, wait a second, that's not right.
Alright, yeah, it looks like the stream is still up. I think the stream is still up.
Yeah, nope, you're all good.
Stream's still up.
Okay, let me bring the music back for y'all. Thank you, Starheart. Yeah, I don't know. We just had like a thunderstorm rip through here, so like pretty much a couple hours ago, like my whole power was like, and I'm like, please stay on. Alrighty. So, yeah, pretty much. I guess I was just asking, what war gear would you want?
For armor, is it just pick one item, or is it armor, helm, and shield, or it's just one thing?
From what I'm understanding, it's whatever you believe is your character would have. So if you think they would have an armor, helmet, shield, then yeah, you can put that in there as well. Oh, why it won't let me. So, yep, no problem, Starheart. All right, so Lena has the Great Spear and unarmed. I feel like everyone should have unarmed.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It seems like you wouldn't want.
Oh, that's for useful items.
Yes, useful items will come in a second. I'm gonna let you guys do useful items later, like off stream, because it's a little bit of thinking. Yep. So you got a leather shirt and a helm. Dokes. And let's see, anime. How about yourself? What you choose?
I'm getting great bow and a dagger. It's based on wait. Yeah, great bow and a dagger there. Yeah, that should be fine.
All right. And then what armor? Choosing.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, so the standard of living requirements on one, I think, page 100.
Yeah,
I was looking. There's certain thing. Let me say here. Page 100. The male shirt and code of mail. So male shirt, you need to have at least a common standard of living, and code of mail, you need to be prosperous.
Yeah, so I can't. So I guess I'm leather, of course. Then, because that's the best I got. Yeah. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, you can still wear a helmet.
No, that would get in his hair. There's no way he's wearing a helmet. His hair is too pretty for that.
No problemo. Okay. So, with that, traveling gear would be the next. Sorry, what?
I was gonna say I can still take a shield though, right?
Oh, yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't afford the others because those are also 2 stars, so I assume I'm too poor for them.
I assume so. I can just double check just to make sure.
We're not poor. We're frugal. There's a listed difference.
Yeah, you need to have at least a common or prosperous.
You're frugal. My character's poor, and he knows it.
That's why he's treasure hunting.
That's what he's treasure hunting. Yeah, you might want to live in rags. He wants to live in riches.
Alrighty, so traveling gear, belonging to adventurers carrying a journey addition to their weapons. So like in the winter, this will include boots and thick, warm clothing, fur-lined cloak, woolen hose, trousers, and blankets during the warmer months. You do away with the heavier items and do light clothes and cloaks. Yeah, so pretty much it's like it from what it's saying here, you don't have to record on your character sheet, and you don't have to really go into detail unless you wish to, because it's not really given a load. It doesn't take up part of your load.
Okay.
So, and then the last thing is useful items. So you guys are both frugal, which poor is its own standard of living.
Yeah.
So you have one useful item, which we could figure it out now, or if you want to give it some time to think about, that's also perfectly fine. It is any tool, instrument, or device carried by the player hero, to perform one or more specific tasks. One or more specific tasks is a useful item. Things like a hammer or a hunting knife or a coil of good rope, a lantern or flint and steel to start a fire, and so on. Excuse me. These are they are items that may gain the player hero's advantage in game terms, but it also may allow them to do things that could not be done at all without them. For example, digging a hole in frozen ground can hardly be accomplished without a pickaxe. Players are free to choose their useful items, possibly inventing a reason why the particular object is so handy. Options include particular craftsmanship or another exotic feature. The item can also be in the form of a consumable or perishable goods, like a bottle of liquor or a balm. In that case, the player hero is considered to always have a supply that will last the length of the adventuring phase. And then useful items listed in the player's hero character sheets to determine if they gain. Useful items are listed in the character sheet. To determine if they gain an advantage, they must associate it with a skill, possibly along with a brief description of their use. So pretty much, if you're using it out of the skill associated with you, get another 1d added to your roll. So for example, some of the examples that they have here is a knife for skinning rabbits and a little box of salt to cook, which could go to hunting. A windproof lantern for scan, an exotic musical instrument for song, a balm to soothe pain for healing, detailed set of maps for explore. So if you guys want to think about that, and unless you guys, one of you have, like, I know exactly what my character would have right now, cool. If not, we can just make sure you would have it by the time we would play the next session.
I was gonna say I could definitely think of something, maybe. When you said bomb, first of all, the first thing I was like, I know you meant bomb like that, but you said bomb, and I was like, "There's a bomb? I can have a bomb."
If this horse,
I'll take the little example. You could have a little knife and spice cooking kit for hunting.
Okay. Yeah, that fits.
Useful item. We will be talking with other people on the adventure, right?
Yes, I have I'm putting together an idea.
Could I have a set of loaded dice?
Yeah. What skill would that go with?
I was gonna say it could either go persuade or riddle, I would assume. because I'm trying to use it to gamble or to cheat my way past something using like, hey, why don't we roll for it?
See, riddle attempts to draw conclusions seeming unconnected scraps of information by deduction, reasoning, and intuition.
Okay.
An adventurer who relies on riddle whenever he is forced to talk about a subject but wants to conceal part of what he knows. For example, something about himself without revealing his true identity.
Okay, that's different than I thought it was actually now that I read it.
Yeah, and then persuade small groups of listeners, the appropriate context. It sounds, I don't know, I guess it fits a little bit more with riddle from what you were.
Yeah. Because my goal would be to use it as a way to get information, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds. The way I'm reading riddle, like, yeah, concealing what you're trying to do and.
That's fine.
Okay, and
It's
then.
either going to be that or cards, honestly.
And I'll give you guys the right to, like, lemon law that until we start playing if you think of something that would fit your character better.
Oh, of course, yeah. This is just a basic thing
Yep.
I thought would be.
All right, so we do. Oh, and the last thing for starting gear is Hobbit ponies and full-size horses, but you guys are both frugal, so you cannot afford them out. So no horsies for you. So with that, it says record your valor and wisdom scores at 1, which they should already be, I think. Yeah, the current. Wait. Valor and wisdom. Where is that? Oh, yeah, that's up in the next to rewards and virtues.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
And then you guys get to choose a starting reward and virtue, which is on page 51. So pretty much this kind of gives you a little bit of an edge on here. So rewards is kind of like boost to your weapons, and virtues are kind of boosts to your stats. So I believe you can choose. Yeah, and then at the start of the game, all players get to choose 1 virtue and 1 reward. And then... Oh, there's... Wait, is this all of them? Let me check. Do. Chapter 5. Cultural virtues. Oh, yeah, so there's other options in here. They got virtues for your culture. So the ones that are listed on page 51 are just, I think, like the general ones, but if you wanted ones that are fit your culture, that would work as well. I'm trying to see. There's the bardlanes, dwarves, elves. Elves starts on page 84. And there's a lot of these. And then on page 88 is when the Rangers of the North start for virtues. I think that's what we, yeah.
Okay.
So it's pretty neat. I didn't even see those because I just kept sticking into one thing. But it looks like the starting rewards.
Okay. Yeah, the rewards are all in a set list, but virtues can be specific.
Yeah. So,
I want the keen weapon.
the keen weapon?
Yeah.
Then you can take that.
I'm keen in my spear.
I believe when you click it, you can. Okay, good. You saw it. The little K. And then for pretty much for anyone who doesn't know, attack rolls made with a keen weapon score a piercing blow, which I think it's the equivalent of a crit, and then you get to piercing blow, also the result of a 9 on a feat die. We'll just double check what that means before we get into the combat Maru. Guessing it. Yeah. In my brain, I keep thinking of Pathfinder when a weapon is keened. Okay. Is there any of the virtues that are sticking out to either one of y'all?
I like endurance of the ranger, but then I'd have to shuffle my gear just a little bit.
Okay.
I'd upgrade the leather and just take off the helm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. So for people who don't have the book, you wear a suit of leather armor or no armor at all and carry no shield. You never gain fatigue during a journey. So a little bit less protection, but you don't have to worry about getting fatigued. How about you, Anime?
I am gonna have a lot of fun with this. I'm gonna take Elvish Dreams.
Okay.
My virtue.
All right. Yeah, I see it here. The spirit of the elves is so strong that their bodies recover swiftly from many ills and injuries. As your wisdom has grown, you have felt less and less the need to lie down and get better. Instead, you can recover from your exertions while awake and find repose in the secret way of your folk. You don't need to sleep as long as you engage in simple repetitive activities. When you take a short rest, it's considered to have a prolonged rest instead. It's neat.
I'm just saying, simple repetitive activities is poking the dwarf when he's trying to sleep.
Take that, Hal.
Poke, 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 poke. He's so short. Poke, poke, poke. You just continue.
Okay. Oh, you got it mixed up. So it is roll under your target number. And then roll over for assisting people. We'll make sure we double check it before we play. No problemo. All right. And then, Anime, what was your reward that you were looking at?
So those only up in that one area that I had?
Yeah, that's all I saw.
Yeah, I'll look again just to make sure, because I wanted to... all the way up here, all the way up here.
Yeah, on page 79.
So that's so rewards are close fitting, cunning make.
Yes. Yeah, they're more gear related.
79 starts at 79. Okay. Let me just cut in there because that one's like down there. Yeah. There it is. Fell. Wow. I think I'll go with close fitting.
Close fitting? All right. Which, yeah, add 2 to the result of your protection roll. So.
I'll put it on my corset.
Alrighty. Sounds good. The next thing is our Patreon, but I'm wondering if we should just hold off until Hal is able to join us and maybe do that at the start, because that is going to kind of determine a few things. And so pretty much the Patreon, the safe haven, and then determine a company's fellowship rating, and choose the fellowship focus, which we might need Hal anyway for that. Maybe off stream we can just all of us just look at what patron we want. That we can talk about that. Then that will help build the story a little bit.
Sounds good.
Yes. So with that, we will the camera will pull up from where's our little campfire sound? There it is. It's so fun. As we see a dwarf, a ranger, and an elf all sitting around the campfire. And who knows if there's other shadows hiding in there that can be introduced when we meet next. But that is character creation, and I'm looking forward to playing with y'all. So
just like imagine the campfire's going, and it's like just look over to the one person and go like, "He's dead, isn't he? He's dead." Just pointing to the dwarf.
The dwarf.
He's either dead or drunk.
He's not dead. He's just hungry.
He's all three. Dead, drunk, and hungry.
That's a new one.
DDH. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for joining. We will check the Discord for when we have our first session, which might be like 2-ish weeks, because I know next week is pretty busy for me. I don't know what it's like for the rest of y'all, but some point in July we will have session 1 of the One Ring by Free League.